What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Off the Hook. I'm Mikey Slayball, and this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I know usually you guys see me getting ready for a bowling tournament or at a bowling tournament. This one is kind of not like that because we are now in the downtime as we head into the 2024 season. I thought it'd be cool to kind of look back on the 2023 season and give a little overview of how things transpired and kind of what happened, my thoughts on some things, and also what we're looking forward to in the upcoming 2024 season. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to give a whole overview of the year. I'll give some thoughts at the end, and then we'll move into the upcoming 2024 season. So this past year on the PBA Central Regional Tour, there were 14 different individual events. For those 14 events, I finished second in overall points, just behind Graham Fa. With those 14 events, I had 8 match play appearances, and then the one stat that I am most pleased with is I was 13 of 14 with cashing spots, and the only cash I missed was in Minster, and that is because I just came off a 55-hour work week, and I got about 3.5 hours of sleep the night prior heading into Minster. So I'll give myself a pass on that one. Through the 14 events, I also carried an average of 214. In my opinion, that's about 10 pins lower than it needs to be. If I really want to be competitive, that needs to be closer to 225. Definitely something we're going to work on for next year. With these 14 events, I was able to capture 2 more PBA regional titles, one in Marengo, Illinois, and then one in Anderson, Indiana, bringing my regional title total up to 4, which is really cool. And one little snip here, or one little fact that I think is really cool, is that I did not go minus in a single event this year that I bowled. Every event that I bowled, I went plus. Even Minster, where I bowled poorly, I shot 250 the last game to go from minus 30 something to like plus whatever. So that was really cool. I give myself a good pat on the back for that, for just fighting through and making the best of each tournament. Overall, it was a good year. I came into 2023, I would say skeptical. I was dealing with some swing things. I didn't really have much confidence. And we kind of grinded through the first part of the year, dealt with some injuries here and there, but overall, fought through it. It was in cold water when things really clicked for me and I really started to bowl well. And then obviously the rest of the year was pretty solid, coming home with 2 more wins. The only event that it wasn't good for me at the end of the year was Jackson, and that was because I was actually sick during that tournament. So, and we still managed to cash in that. We'll call that a win. Overall, 2023 is a good year. We locked up the RPI pretty easily, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. And with the end of 2023 and kind of the season I had, it gives me great optimism and a lot of excitement heading into 2024, and let's get into that now. All right, so heading into the 2024 season, I'm really excited because it looks like I'm gonna get the chance to bowl a couple really big events. To start the year, we'll have the RPI in Vegas. Super pumped about that. It's one of my favorite events ever to bowl. Then we'll have the Players in Wichita. I'm going to try to get into the US Open. I'm also going to try to get into the TOC and the World Series of Bowling, along with trying to get into the Indiana Classic. Now, I will have to bowl the PTQs in all of these events, but that's okay. That's the cards we've been dealt. I didn't bowl much last year, so we kind of have to go through that process. And honestly, if I keep throwing the ball the way I have, I don't see there being a reason why I can't make it through a couple PTQs and being able to put together a few good runs in these events. As we lead up into it, we got about a month here until the RPI. My main focus will be right there on my weight training. I have seen a huge correlation between my weight training and my bowling. The more I'm in the gym and the more consistent I'm being with my physical fitness, the better my bowling becomes. And it's not always just a physical thing. Although I can feel a difference when I'm in the gym more often, I feel like I'm more in sync with what my body's doing. I can feel the ground more. Creating power seems more effortless. But it's also a confidence thing. When you're in the gym and you're always beating yourself up, basically, you're coming out sore and you're just working hard. When you go to the bowling alley, you still feel that a little bit, and that just gives you more confidence and you just feel better about what you're doing. And so that's definitely one thing that I've noticed with myself, is that the more I push myself in the gym, the better I feel when I'm out in the lane. So that is definitely one thing that will continue as we head into 2024. My main focus will be squats. I have noticed that creating power from the ground and saving my arm over the past 4 or 5 months, as I've really started to focus on building my bottom half, it has paid huge dividends, because pain in the arm doesn't really happen at all, where prior I used to get sore, you know, the hand would ache a little bit just from long days. I don't really have that much anymore, other than the normal callus here and there and the few blisters. But definitely going to focus on squatting. I'll throw in some deadlifts there to really strengthen the backside, you know, get the lower back stronger, get that sturdy, stable foundation, so that way when I get to the line, we're staying nice and solid. And then obviously got to throw in bench because, well, there's high school freshmen that can bench double what I can, so I guess that means I have to do it more, right? Right, so let's not talk about that. Anyways, overall, really excited for the upcoming year. The one thing I do need to work on, in my personal opinion, is my release. I just don't like where it's at right now. I'm not creating much continuation, and that's something I feel like definitely needs to get worked on. I don't know if it's horrible. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it's definitely not to my liking. So that's definitely one part of my practice that I'll be focused on the most. So there it is. It's all out there now. It looks like we're going to get a chance to bowl some big events. I'm really excited about that. Really excited about the RPI coming up. Obviously, last year was a blessing. The Lord has been with Elizabeth and I through all of this, and we have been through some really rough patches. We've also been through some amazing memories, I guess you can say. It's been a crazy roller coaster, and I'm so excited to see where the Lord takes us and where we're going to be at the end of 2024. And with you guys, I'm so stoked. It's cool to have a following like this, although it's not a big following, but it's cool to have people in my corner. So thank you to you guys. You guys are awesome. Huge shout out to Motive Bowling. I don't know what I'd do without them. They are truly the coolest family business bowling company that, about knocked my phone off, that could ever exist. And I am so grateful for them, and I'm really optimistic for this upcoming year. So hang on to your hats, guys. We're going to go for a crazy ride in 2024, and hopefully we can make something of it. And if not, let's enjoy it while we're out there, right? So you guys, keep everything straight off the hook. See you at the next one. Let's keep pushing. Next stop, Vegas, RPI. Let's have a good one, guys.